Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Edgar Cisneros, and today we have a cool little project. We have an exhaust off a 2022 50cc Cobra dirt bike that has a few visible cracks. Now, I'm not sure what caused these cracks to begin with. All I know is that we're going to fix it. Now, first things first, we have to identify all the cracks, and to do this, I'm going to be using a dye penetrant kit. Now, this kit amplifies the location of the crack, and it also shows us cracks that wouldn't be visible to the naked eye without it. Now, the first spray is the penetrant. It is a red dye that gets soaked up into the base metal. I spray the obvious areas where the cracks are visible, and then some just in case they web out. This penetrant needs a minimum of 5 minutes to let the steel soak it up. After the 5 minutes is up, we're good to go ahead and clean it all up. This kit did come with a cleaner, but I couldn't find it in this mess of a garage, so I'm using Motul chain cleaner. Brake cleaner or carb cleaner would have worked too, but those were nowhere to be found as well. Now, the next bottle I use is a developer. It is a white powdery spray. Once you spray it on, it dries up. You get to see that powdery texture. Now, this developer brings out any of the red dye that's been hiding in the cracks. I immediately see a crack that I had missed during the initial inspection. This is one of the reasons why I don't do these types of repair jobs without this kit. It's very easy to miss the small cracks, and if we don't address them all, then they will continue to spiderweb out. The bigger the cracks are, the more of the dye that we will see. Now, being able to see the cracks is key, but what I really care about is being able to see all the starts and stops of them all, so we can go ahead and repair them. Next, I got a 3/32 drill bit. What I want to do is drill out all the starts and stops of the cracks. What this does is it immediately stops the crack from traveling any further along the material. There was a total of 4 starts and stops on this particular exhaust. After that, we're ready to clean it all up using that trusty chain cleaner. I did spend a good amount of time cleaning it off because I didn't want to pull any contaminants into the weld and cause any weld defects. Part of my weld prep was getting a thin cutting disc on a Dremel tool and adding a little bit of a bevel, nothing too deep. I also use it to help soften some of those sharp edges. After the cutting disc, I use a mini flap disc to bring the weld zone to shiny metal since we are TIG welding. Now, here in the garage, I can stick, TIG, and MIG. For a job like this on thin material, I prefer TIG welding. I have a bit more control of the arc and be more precise. Just plain old TIG welding using lift arc. I'm using 3/32 filler rod, and I set the welding machine at about 85 amps. Nothing too crazy, just a little freehand. And just like that, she's all welded up. Now that it's all welded up, I could just give it back and call it a day, but what we're going to do is we're going to inspect what we expect. So I decided to do the dye penetrant test again to verify that all the cracks have been addressed and there aren't any new ones formed at the repair locations. And there we have it. We're good to go. No cracks and everything looks good. Well guys, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.